Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Josh here. Thanks for following along. If you don't follow along, feel free to subscribe, hit that like button. It really helps us out. You can also follow us on Instagram at Building with Josh. Today I am doing a project that's showing how we did a tile backsplash in our kitchen. We went for some marble mosaic, so they took a little bit, they're a little more tedious than others, but we're going to show you how to do a simple how-to backsplash that you can do with any kind of tile. Okay, so getting ready for the backsplash, I want to make sure I take all these outlets and switches loose because I want to get the tile behind this little flange when it goes to the box. If you look at it, the box is smaller than this flange, so I don't want the tile to be way up here. I want it tight around the box. So I like to loosen these out just enough so I can tuck the tile behind it. A lot of times these are hot on the sides, so do not touch these outlets. Do not pull them completely out, but I like to do that. Another cool thing is all these boxes, I put these adjustable boxes in so I can bring it out towards the thickness of the tile. Right here, you can adjust it with these screws. So if you're thinking ahead of time, these are really cool because by code, you're supposed to have this plastic box tight to the outlets. So quick tip, I'm gonna pull all these off and then I'm getting ready to get started. Okay, so we're working on laying out our tile. Now this is the tile we have. You wanna know what kind of tile you have. We're gonna run it vertically like this. Okay, these mosaics, it's kind of like a marble, man-made marble, really cool. Well, I wanna start right at this point outside because I want a really nice finished edge here. I am gonna take a metal edging, but I want to start with this full of a piece here and go from left to right or down here, because in the corner I don't care if it has so much a sliver of tile, but here I do. So this is my starting point, and depending on what kind of tile you have, if you have subway tile, it changes a little bit, you know, but I want to make my tile perfectly centered with these pieces, which I would try to do with subway tile or anything. Well, with these mosaics, it's going to take me 2 pieces, and I went ahead and measured my center point, which is 9 5/8 because it's 19 1/4. I made a line, and then I measured from here to the middle point on what size I want to make them. So if you come over here, what I did is we just happen to get so fortunate. If I cut these straight right here, cut off these triangular shape, and I come over here at 19 1/4, accounted for grout in the middle, it's perfect. So we're gonna cut these, and then the center point will be halfway between here and here, which is like a 1/2 inch. So we want this center point to be right here since we're running vertically. And if you do that with any kind of tile, that's kind of what you want. You want your centered from top to bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these with a full piece here and leave a 1/2. So picture this is the end where our starting point is going to be. Gotta go cut this, and I can come back and show you. So I am just using, this is a custom brand thin set mortar, got from Home Depot. I went with white just because all my tiles are white. So if any came through in the grout, you won't see it so much. I like that. And just a thin set, I'm doing like more of a marble tile. This one says for ceramic porcelain, it should be fine. It doesn't say stone, but it should be fine. It's got that mesh behind it. So we're gonna go ahead and we put a little bit of water in the bucket. You want multiple buckets with water. We're gonna go ahead and just mix them up using a mixer on a drill. You don't wanna mix too much up when you're doing a small area like a backsplash, because it can take some time and you're not going to use a lot real fast. So we're going to put some in there. Actually, that's about right. So it is going, as it sits, it's going to get a little more stiff, but that's not too bad. Kind of like a creamy peanut butter consistency, a little thinner. Okay, so I have a nice wet tile saw. If you do not have one for a project, you either can buy a cheap one from big box store, or you can rent one from Home Depot. Or if you have an angle grinder, you can get a diamond blade and you can cut this stuff as well. These mosaics aren't perfectly spaced even on the mesh. I like to use these little tapered tabs, spacers, and align them. Once I get it kind of set and make sure it's all flat, then I like to take these and kind of move it around.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be.
Okay, so I got this side done. Now I'm going to start coming this way, making sure things line up. Now I could take a full like this and start this way and start coming this way, but I don't like the looks of that because I would have this little piece in here. What I think looks better is to mirror this. So I know I have a little slivers in here, but when I put this on, it's going to cover it up. So I'm going to take like a piece like this and see how I got a full here. I'm going to do a full here, and then I got basically a half here, half here. So it kind of makes like one full piece here and then a piece here and a piece here. I think it looks a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, and start from this way, coming this way. All right, I'm working right behind where the range goes. This has a freestanding range. So what I want to do is, instead of terminating the tile, even with the countertop across, I want to drop it below a little bit, because some freestanding ranges don't have a back, and when it rounds in the back, you can kind of see back in there. So I want to bring the tile a little bit below. But for now, what I'm going to do is take a temporary support to kind of support this mosaic so I can adjust them, because it takes a lot of adjustment. I'm going to take a 1x2 with some shallow screws, and I'm going to simply just screw it to even with the bottom of the countertop, because that's basically where my mosaic's stopping. Now that gives me something to support my mosaic, and gives me something to allow me to just put weight on, because they take a little bit of adjustment with those taper tabs. So I'll take this off later after I get this all set up, and then I can finish this bottom later.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Okay, we got all the tile set now. We're gonna go ahead and grout. I am gonna use Mopai's Ultra Color Plus FA, and this is kind of like a hybrid grout. It's not a sanded or non-sanded. It really works really well, because it can go from a 1/16 inch up to like a 1/2 inch, so it's really kind of cool. The thing is, it works, like, dries really fast, so you have to work fast or mix up smaller areas and do like half a wall or a wall at a time. You don't want to mix up enough for all of it, because once it starts setting, it has like a reaction and it sets really fast. What I like about it though is because it can vary between the sizes, and it's not sanded. You can use it for glass, you can use it for marble, you can use it for everything. So this is what we're using. I went ahead and mixed them up in a little pail like here. Now I'm simply just going to take my rubber grout float, and I'm going to smear it on a 45. I went ahead and remasked all the areas that I don't want scratched or scuffed, just to make it clean up a little easier. So I'm going to go ahead and grout all this, making sure I work areas as I go. Because this stuff does set fast, I like to do a little area, sponge it, and then work more areas, and so on. So we're ready to go ahead, and we're just going to start trying this stuff out. Oh, this stuff, we are using the white color because we kind of like that look with this marble. You just really want to smear it in. So on the bottom, rather than just grout, I like to use caulk on all my inside corners. So I got a color matching caulk that comes from Mopai as well. I like to mask both sides, I think it makes it quicker and easier to clean up. keep it nice and clean, and then just simply come back and caulk it.